Welcome back, everybody. Our next guest has a PhD in holistic nutrition and is a certified wellness coach. His book, Diet Diagnosis, has helped millions of people around the world get on the right path towards maintaining optimal health. Please welcome to our home, Dr. David Nico.
Welcome. Thank you so much.
Welcome. So, you've been a nutrition expert since you were in college, correct? The pictures are phenomenal. We've seen them. We're going to show them in just a little bit. But you suffered from
a little scary.
You suffered from, wow, I mean, right there. That's not scary. That's pretty amazing. That's a pretty amazing specimen. You suffered from a pretty bad injury at that time, and you ended up healing yourself through nutrition. What happened?
Well, actually, I want to say I looked healthy on the outside, but I was not healthy on the inside. See, I was bodybuilding, I was strength training, I was really passionate about sports and being as fit as I could, but guess what? I had an injury. I was diagnosed with Kienbock's disease through strength training, through playing tennis, and I said, what is this? I'm supposed to be in health, but I'm injured now and I can't do the very thing that I love, that I'm passionate about. So I went to God and I said, Lord, help me. I need to understand how I can get healing, how I can get blood back into my bone, because I was losing blood in my bone. Avascular necrosis is the diagnosis.
Oh my goodness.
And so I had 3 hand and wrist orthopedic specialists that looked at my wrist. They said, you have to have this radical surgery. Oh, no. Well, I went to God and I said, I need help. And he showed me how to pray for healing, believe him, but also incorporate nutrition to help heal my body. So it was God working with me together as a partner to bring about the healing.
Well, that's wonderful. So there's so many people who say, even with the help of God on their side, they go into the new year and they say, I'm going to make these bold choices. I'm going to live by this, and this is the year. And then 2 weeks in, or in some case 2 days in, they fail.
Why are you looking at Cam?
Yes.
Why? Why do we tend to not follow through?
Well, we've just come out of the holidays. And what do we have? We have the refined sugar, we have the carbohydrates, we have all these processed foods that we're eating during the holidays, and that makes us tired and lethargic, and I call it the sad diet, the standard American diet. So we consume all of this, and we want to carry that into the new year? No, because that's gonna bring us down. That's not gonna give us the energy. So I want to bring more energy back to us and get rid of the bad stuff and add the good stuff.
Okay, so what is the correct way to make dietary changes that we can actually realistically maintain? Because I think that's what the deal is. We make these unrealistic choices that we can never really hold up to.
Right. Well, we want to add real foods back to our diet and our lifestyle. So things like whole foods, like apples, berries, nuts, seeds, all these things that are good for us that actually help our gut, which is the second brain, and help our brain, because the gut is connected to the brain. That's what's going to give us more energy.
Okay. Let me just check. Do you guys all have guts and brains?
Yeah.
Guts more than I think.
Right.
They do have questions. They do have questions. Allie, what's your question?
Yes, I mean, well, like I said at the very top of the show, I'm really just craving sweets right now, and I love chocolate. Like, I can't get enough chocolate, and I know it's probably not the best for me, so, like, what could I have maybe instead?
Well, definitely, like I said, you can add more of the real foods like the berries, which are actually healthy carbs. So people think carbs are bad, like the sugar and the refined products, but berries are full of fiber, they're full of nutrients, nutrition. Those are things that help us. We can also have good chocolate. Are you ready for this?
I'm listening.
Which is raw cacao or cocoa powder, which does not spike blood sugar.
But can you make it sweet? Because isn't it a little bitter?
It can be a little bitter, but you can add some raw honey, some maple syrup that can make it a little bit sweet.
All right.
Doesn't she get a pass, though, being preggers?
Don't you get a pass?
Right, I would think so.
Yeah, no. You don't?
No.
No?
Well,
No. Ken, do you get a pass?
I have questions about blood sugar, because a lot of this is about, you know, managing that. And I have a history of diabetes in my family, so I'm very conscious. So how does that work, and what do you recommend for maintaining a proper level?
Well, this is what's scary, is that it's forecasted that 30% of the U.S. adult population will have pre-diabetes or full-blown diabetes
30%?
by 2030.
Wow.
Oh, so what you said is so critical. We want to balance blood sugar.
Right.
So we want the right nutrients in our diet, like I mentioned, foods that stabilize blood sugar, like healthy fats, like chia seeds, like nuts, like whole foods, like pears, like like apples, like I mentioned before, that are all good for us, that give us the energy. That stabilizes blood sugar so we don't get those glucose spikes.
Right. Now, what about carbohydrates? Because those are often considered sugar and bad, right?
There are good carbs and there are bad carbs. So we want to add the good carbs to our diet rather than the bad carbs.
Which are?
Like the fruits, the vegetables, the nuts, the seeds.
Pasta, pasta, pasta.
We talked about this.
I keep waiting.
Yes.
There is brown rice as a pasta that actually is healthier, but it needs to be non-GMO or organic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the brown rice today is contaminated with arsenic. So we want to get non-GMO and organic brown rice.